Investors, hope you are having a wonderful Tuesday morning, wherever you are in the world. It's Tuesday morning somewhere. It'll be Tuesday morning in other parts of the world somewhere later today. Anyways, I want to talk about Ethereum because as an investor and a refined investor, one of the most critical aspects is not panicking in or panicking out of things. Now, some would argue that Ethereum, and if you don't have a background on Ethereum, it's probably a good idea to kind of brush up. It's been around for 10 years. It's been up 100%, never had a downtime. That's kind of critical when you think of how powerful it is and why many people believe that Wall Street is purely adopting Ethereum as the play when it comes to tokenization. Now, of course, there are going to be other players, Solana, even some are arguing, XRP and so on and so forth. So it's important to understand why Ethereum it needs someone to have a long-term view. Like I said, 10 plus years, zero downtime, and that's not a small thing, right? But more importantly than that, the progression that it's made over the years is phenomenal, right? Just 2 days ago, it got reported that it's now at its lowest gas fees and its fastest performance in its history. And it makes you wonder, if speed was the only play that, let's say, Solana had, right? It was all about speed, right? Or how many transactions per second, etc. Well, if that's the only play, is that enough to solidify it when they've had really hard time in terms of performance? They've had a lot of crashes, a lot of issues, a lot of downtime. I should just put it out there. And whereas Ethereum has had zero. And when it comes to security, right, and reliability, what is the world going to care about? And that's the bigger question. So it's really important that you look at Ethereum as not just zero downtime, but it's also a legacy system, but not in a negative connotation, in a way that suggests that it is sort of the standard, the gold standard for security, right? And it can still evolve and scale in terms of performance. And that's what people always miss about Ethereum. And they look at the price action that Ethereum has gone in the last 5 years, has practically done nothing, right? I think people were laughing at it a couple months ago, how it's high, or not it's high, excuse me, but it was sitting at around 3,000 or 2,900, and it said, oh, wow, congratulations. If you held Ethereum for 5 years, you'd be sitting at the same price. Well, guys, if you're a refined investor, that's not going to spook you, right? If anything, that should encourage you to realize that this thing is building a strong foundation. And some people might argue that it's this or it's clunky or it's that, but do not buy into that nonsense, right? Those are the people